today with a first impressions review collab on a new foundation. I'm collaborating with my friend Sam Schuerman here on YouTube. If you don't know her, you are missing out. Go check her out. I will link her channel down below as well as her video. Sam and I have been friends for 5.5 years now, something like that. A really long time. We've done a ton of collab videos together, especially foundation ones, because we have very different skin. I have very normal, slightly combo in my T-zone. I don't have sensitive skin and I don't have acne prone skin. Sam, on the other hand, has oily skin, sensitive skin, and acne prone skin. So it's kind of nice being able to see two different skin types using the same product to see how they wear throughout the day. So if you are coming over from Sam's channel, or if you just happen to find this video, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie. I hope you enjoy this video and you decide to stay a while by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell before you leave. And now, without further ado, let's get into the foundation and the primer that we are testing today. The NYX Total Control Dropped Primer. Now, this is a new product. I found it at Ulta. Actually, Sam and I found it when she came to town to visit. And this is supposed to be a lightweight, mattifying primer that's supposed to make your makeup last longer. It's supposed to be silky smooth and basically be like everyone's dream primer. So I'm excited to see how this works throughout the day. And then the other product, which I don't think is a new product, however on Ulta it says it's new, and it was at an end cap of new products at Ulta. So what I'm thinking is maybe these are new shades, or there's some new shades they released, but these are the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. If you've heard of like the Cover FX custom color drops, those are a little bit different. Those are not intended to be a foundation on its own. That product is meant to add into a tinted moisturizer or products that you already own, foundations you already own, to slightly change the color and also make it more full coverage. Now, this is actually a foundation, so it's meant to be used on its own. Of course, you can mix this with other products as well to change the coverage as well as the shade, but today we're going to show you how it wears as just a foundation. It's supposed to be a sheer to full coverage foundation, and it's supposed to be matte, and basically the more drops you use, the more full coverage it's going to get. I'm going to show you today how it applies with a brush on one side, beauty blender on the other, and we're going to see just how many drops it took to get this coverage. So I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day. It's obviously what's on my skin. So far, I think it looks phenomenal on camera and in person and on my mirror. So I think it looks really, really good so far, but we're gonna have to see how it wears. And don't forget to check out Sam's channel. She is delightful. She is lovely. She's absolutely stunning. She's a dear friend of mine. Very, very sweet. She does tons of review videos, tutorials, hauls, clothing try-on hauls. Her Instagram is just like so like pink and girly and like unicorn mermaidy. I just love it. And she just recently had some peach put into her hair. I guess it's more like a blush tone, like a blushy peach in her beautiful long mermaid hair, and it looks absolutely stunning. So go check out Sam's video after you watch this, and if you came from Sam's, welcome to my channel. And now let's just get started. So we're gonna start off with the primer. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Primer. It says, "Not to prime is a crime." When it comes to the comfortably soft primer, it delivers a matte finish that's smoother than smooth and preps your complexion for foundation application. It's a weightless formula, blends seamlessly into your skin, leaves your face feeling totally plush, and pairs beautifully with their Total Control Drop Foundation for a natural looking matte finish. So I'm very excited to try this out. In a little glass dropper. It doesn't really say to mix or stir or shake, so I'm just gonna shake it anyways. And let's give this a go. I'm so excited. It's, you know, obviously quite runny, but it has almost like a pinky white color to it. I think what this primer feels like. It has a very familiar feel. Almost, you know what? It kind of feels like the Hourglass primer that I really like. A little bit thinner, but it kind of has that same feeling. It's not overly like silicone or dimethicone feeling, you know, it doesn't have like that pore filling slip, but it feels very smooth on the skin. With just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage, velvety matte finish, and adjusts to the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops equals more coverage. It's the same kind of bottle as the Total Cover Primer. So it is quite liquidy. Actually, I should have counted how many drops that was. Ooh, how much was that? Like bloop, 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 bloop. Maybe like 5 drops. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to dot it on the side of the face. This brush here, this is from It Cosmetics. I'm going to try that one just because that's the one that's laying next to me right now. And we're going to start blending this in. All right, well, I feel like that was quite a few drops and it's not feeling super full coverage. Like, I've definitely had far more full coverage foundations before, but I think this color match is great. I wonder if it's maybe this brush. All right, because I've used almost everything that was on my hand. See this like redness on my cheek? I feel like that keeps peeking through. Let's try a different brush. I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. I'm gonna see if I can try to build that up. And we're gonna try this brush. I actually really like this brush. This is from Real Techniques and it's very similar in my opinion to the Artiste brush. Okay, this brush definitely makes a difference because they're more densely packed bristles. I feel like it does a little bit better job of dispersing the product. Ooh, let's be careful around the brows. Well, I'm not getting like super full coverage because I still see a lot of skin peeking through. All right, let's try this other side with the remaining drops. And we're gonna use the sponge on this side. Now, sometimes with these lighter, like more watery foundations, the Beauty Blender can tend to suck up some of the product because it is such a light consistency. Let's go in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just don't know how you could do like your whole face with less drops because I feel like I'm needing quite a few drops. Not to say that the drops aren't super tiny. Like, I feel like I'm not using a ton of product, but on the back of the box it says full coverage is 4 or more drops, and I feel like I've used like 15 drops and I'm definitely not at full coverage. It's very pretty, but I definitely feel like, I don't know why you would only ever use 3 drops. It's not the most highly pigmented foundation I've ever used. Something like the Huda Beauty, like that one is so intensely full coverage with hardly any product. Like, you get like mask full coverage with a pump and a half. Same with like the Remarkable foundation from Marc Jacobs. That one is so full coverage. Okay, so I built it up. I do like the way it looks. I feel like I used a ton of drops, but I don't really feel like I used a ton of product considering how lightweight this is. The rest of my face makeup with y'all and see how all this stuff applies over it. I tend to really like more of these lightweight, serumy, liquidy foundations because I feel like they just look so nice on my skin. I'm not huge for full coverage and I'm not huge for heavy makeup. I don't have really bad skin, so I don't feel like I need a full coverage. I just think that's like a little much for me because I don't really have that much to cover up. I'm blessed in that area. My mom has beautiful skin. I don't know if I've ever seen her have a breakout, and she just has like the clearest skin ever. So thanks, Mom, for giving me those genes of having clear anti-acne skin. Using my Anastasia Fawn. If you don't have this, oh my gosh, you're missing out on life. I'm trying to figure out like how to contour this side of my nose because I have like this weird like dip here, and it's like the most annoying thing ever when I try to contour because it just looks crooked all the time. This is from Real Techniques. Let's try this to blend out my nose contour today. Oh, this is nice. It's a real nice brush. Okay, so I don't want to contour right here because it already dips in. And if I do that, then it looks like it dips in even more. gonna slightly bring this down. And contour that little Humpty Dump there. Oh, I like this brush for blending this out. I'm going to set right under my eyes. That was a lot more powder than I wanted to use. I'm gonna set along my nose just because that is where I get oily. I get oily right here. Contour, I've been loving this Makeup Forever one. I pulled it out again and I'm like, why did I stop using you? It's so good. And this is a MAC something or other brush. The number has worn off. And we're just going to contour the cheekbones. I like this color. I'm in the color, I don't know, 15i, I think. I really like this shade. Favorite blush, if you're new, it's discontinued apparently, Douceur. I still don't know how to say it. Probably never will, but I guess it's irrelevant because the blush is like apparently discontinued. So this is a multitask brush from Real Techniques. And oh, it's just like the best color blush. It really is. It's just the best. This Master Chrome from Face Studios, by Face Studios, Maybelline, in Molten Rose Gold. And, you know, everyone, we just got to do it. Jaclyn Hill dips her highlight into her brush. Why do I keep calling this a brush? Her beauty blender into her highlight. And she says it melts it into the skin. I mean, definitely looks pretty, but I feel like this highlight looks pretty either way, but I do like applying it with this, I suppose. Except for, I think I put like a little bit too much on. So it is 9:31. I'm gonna finish up doing my eyes, apply my lips, and then we'll be right back. All right, so quick little check-in. Dropping stuff is what I'm doing. I just finished doing the rest of my under eyes and my lips. It is 10:10, and so far I think it looks beautiful. I'm looking in my viewfinder on my computer, and I'm like, this stuff looks flawless on film. And I have to say, I think I snatched my nose pretty good today. So I think this looks absolutely beautiful. So far, so good. Let me grab a mirror and look a little bit closer. The only thing that I'm noticing is that my nose looks a little bit dry. I don't think that that has anything to do with the foundation. I don't think the foundation caused that. I think it was my concealer when I applied it over it. Like I said, I've been really, really sick, and so it very well could be just the fact that I've been sick and my skin's a little bit dry, but I think it looks beautiful on the skin. I cannot wait to see how this works throughout the day. So let me check in a few hours and we'll see if I'm still loving it. But so far, I'm digging it. I'm back in with the check-in. I just got back from the gym. I'm like still in my gym clothes. It is 1 o'clock, well, 12:59, basically 1 o'clock. I had a fantastic hour-long leg day. I had about 20 minutes of cardio, so I got nice and sweaty. We're gonna see how this looks. Let me grab my handy dandy mirror. Wow, I'm like barely shiny. Like I'm a tiny bit shiny right along my nose. Most of my forehead makeup actually stayed on, but I am so impressed with how good this held up. Usually when I'm getting back from the gym, I'm like quite, you know, dewy, but I feel like this actually looks really nice. So what I'm gonna do is, pretty sure I used highlighter on most of this. So I'm gonna make sure I don't use the part that I highlighted my whole face with. And I'm just gonna blot right around here. I'm also gonna take maybe like a drop or two and fix my forehead a little bit because it did get like, you know, a little bit worn off from blotting my forehead with a little bit of tissue or like paper towel at the gym. But we're gonna just fix the forehead. But man, I'm very impressed. It looks very good still. And it doesn't look like makeup-y. It's not really breaking up. The only place that it kind of broke up is on my forehead. And that is because I was, you know, working out. A little bit of bronzer because I do have somewhere to go tonight. Going out to dinner with a friend, and I don't want to really have to redo all my makeup tonight, so my eye makeup is still looking pretty good though. So far, so good. Still absolutely loving this foundation. Like I said, it's 1 o'clock now. I'll check in probably right before I go to dinner, and then one more time before I wash my makeup off. So let's see how it holds up with another 4 hours of wear. Then I'm gonna go to dinner and check back in after. It is almost 5 o'clock. And I love this foundation. I think it wears so beautifully. I like haven't had to touch up. I feel like I have a tiny bit of like glow. So it's not like super matte, but I do love the glow. And this is the Rimmel Instant Matte, and just kind of blot down the center of your face. But I feel like this just looks so pretty, and even when it does get a slight bit dewy, it's like a very healthy, really pretty glow. I kind of laid down and took a little nap, so my highlight is just a little bit, needs a little bit of love. So I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty one. This is in Mean Money and Hustla Baby. And I'm just going to add just a tiny bit more of that to my cheeks. There we go. Just to give it like a nice little glow. I'm going to take the more subtle side and use that on the tip of my nose and right above my brow. But I have to say, I love this foundation. I would definitely recommend it. I'm in quite a few hours at this point, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So far, 2 thumbs up. I will try to do one more check-in, and if I don't, and I end the video here, I would definitely recommend this foundation. I think it is beautiful. I think it is long wearing. I love the primer as well. I think the two together is like a really nice combination. I'll have to try the primer with other foundations and try the foundation with other primers, and I'll keep you guys posted. But so far, like this little combo is like a little dream duo. It's absolutely beautiful. So definitely recommend this. If I check in one more time, you'll see it at probably close to 10 hours of wear at that point. But if not, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!